What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So y'all dog Warren Sapp was on y'all other boy Jason Whitlock's show. You know, Warren Sapp is a regular on the show, and he didn't like that Cam Newton is criticizing Brock Purdy, and he doesn't like it so much that he feel like he had to come out and say this. He basically not basically. He told Cam Newton, "You are a glorified running back. Basically, knock it off. You were not what Brock Purdy is. You were a glorified running back." Now, y'all, two things could be true. Cam could be being a little harsh on Brock Purdy, right? Not two things, yeah. And also, Warren Sapp could be out of his goddamn mind. Okay, that's what I mean when I say two things could be true. Cam could be a little harsh on Brock Purdy's criticism, and Warren Sapp could be out of his damn mind. Okay. I was in agreement that Brock Purdy was a game manager for a long time. I said he was good. I didn't believe he was great. I did not. The last performance we just saw him, you're as great. A lot of times you're as great as your last performance. That was a great performance. That was exceptional. Exceptional. Brock Purdy, the one that got them boys up out of there for real. Without question. And I got to salute the brother on that, right? I got to salute Brock Purdy. He played a fantastic second half. Like after that first half, it was fantastic. So I got to give it to the brother. The brother played elite football. But I'm going to say this. The Cam Newton disrespect has got to stop. You cannot like his criticisms of Brock Purdy, but you still got to tell the truth. You got people out here. Warren Sapp calling Cam Newton a glorified running back is egregious. Why is it egregious? He will never say that shit about Mike Vick. He will sing Mike's praises to the heavens and moon and stars above and call him, man, he was a dual threat quarterback. You can't judge him just strictly off passing. He will say that about Mike, right? He will say that about Mike. You can't be a glorified running back throwing for 4,000 yards in your first season. I'm sorry. You can't do, especially during the time that Cam did it in. Running the football was still effective. Not like now where the leading rusher is going to have 1,200 yards. Back during that time, leading rusher was having 1,600 yards, 1,500. It was running was an integral part of the football game, right? An integral part of the offense. His first season, he threw for 4,000 yards. Second season, 3,800 yards. Hold on, let me count how many seasons Cam has had at least 3,000 passing yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seasons of over 3,000 passing yards. Guess how many Mike Vick has had? 2 seasons of over 3,000 passing yards. And I know Warren Sapp is not going to critique Mike Vick in the same way. He's not going to call Mike a glorified running back at all, but he's going to say that about Cam. And furthermore, glorified running backs do not lead their team to Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck what they told you. Mike ain't never been to no Super Bowl, and I love Mike Vick. I love Mike. He ain't never been to no Super Bowl. And in the year Cam went, he did not have the offense that Brock Purdy has at all. Cam's best receiver was Ted Ginn Jr., and you know what I know, Ted Ginn Jr. was some booty, okay? Ted was never elite. He was extremely fast, but his hands were suspect. Promise y'all, sometimes the boy couldn't catch a cold in 30-degree weather. If it was negative, no, matter of fact, 30 below, Ted couldn't catch a cold in 30-degree weather. Negative 30-degree weather. For real. You know what I mean? Kelvin Benjamin was not available, and Christian McCaffrey was not Cam Newton's running back. Cam was the offense for the Carolina Panthers. He was the system. He was the driving force behind them getting to the Super Bowl. So knock it off. Furthermore, Cam was a league MVP. I don't care how much you want to poo-poo that if you want to. It's not easy to be a league MVP in the National Football League. It's not. And Warren Sapp know that. So to call him a glorified running back, he just don't like Cam. And his criticisms of Cam started when Cam didn't dive on the ball in the Super Bowl, right? He went on Vlad TV and was going at Cam crazy. He don't like the way Cam dresses, and so he want to take that. He want to go in on Cam about that. See, Cam better than me. All right, I'm not a dude that's taking a high road and shit. Especially when you go at me, come at me crazy. I'm not. See, I'm the type, I'm going to say Warren, so I'm going to tell Warren, that's why you buy vagina, boy. Any man that buy vagina can't tell me shit about shit. I don't care how much of a Hall of Famer you are. See, I'm just not cut for that. You hear me talking crazy about me? He been talking crazy about Cam for years. And so many, I think he called Cam a bitch, I think, or something like that, right? Or somebody played like a pout. He was up there pouting like a bitch every time he lose. All that, bro, I'm be like, bro, you buy pussy. Stop talking to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. And I know YouTube may demonetize me for that. Warren couldn't be talking to me all that, looking like he all booger sugar half of the time. Eyes popping out his head, white shit in the corner of his mouth, foaming at the mouth like a goddamn rabid dog. He couldn't be saying that about me. And Warren Sapp is an elite Hall of Fame football player. He is all-time, big time. They're like a defensive tackle. Look, Warren is a dog amongst dogs. But to sit up here and act like Cam, like he's a glorified running back. Like, come on, man. Don't do that. And don't do that during Black History Month either. Like, knock it off, man. You and Jason over there with just shenanigans. Stop lying like that during Black History Month, for real. You know what I mean? Because Cam ain't never had no offense where he had Deebo Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. Now, I loved, what's my boy name? Tight end, Carolina. Was in Chicago with my Bears for a minute. What's my boy name? Greg Olsen. Love Greg Olsen, right? They didn't get that far because of Greg, though. Y'all know that. When Carolina went to the Super Bowl, the offense was goddamn nearly similar. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. But it was a similar situation. Cam was everything for the Panthers that season. Similar to when he won a national championship, he was everything for Auburn. Auburn didn't have no damn elite dudes all filled throughout that team at all. At all, especially on offense. Hell no. Cam was everything for them. You know, and it was a similar situation when he went to the Super Bowl. So to act like, oh, you're a glorified running back, bro. Glorified running backs don't throw for 3,000 yards. Don't throw for at least 3,000 yards 8 seasons. As a matter of fact, 2 seasons he had 3,800 yards, right? Almost 4,000. First season, 4,000. Come on, man. Glorified running backs don't throw for 35 touchdowns. They don't do that. Come on, like he just don't like Cam, and he letting that, and he's mad, and he got a ride out for Brock Purdy so heavily, he want to come and trash about, oh, he dressed like this and dressed like that. Man, listen. Warren Sapp was playing with dudes that was cocaine snorters, and Warren looked like he might have dabbled in that shit too. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody say. Warren looked like he was dabbling in that. You know what I mean? We know he was buying vagina. And what my man A-Ball from MJG say, real dogs don't pay for cat. You hear me? Especially when you the commodity like Warren Sapp. They should be going off the fact that you was in the football league. Even if you was retired, flash your goddamn Super Bowl ring and say, hey, look, this is what it is, baby. Do that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Warren got a lot of stuff about him too. He be throwing shots at folks all type of crazy and want to talk about oh, look at Cam Newton dressing like this and that. When Warren Sapp was walking around here with a mohawk in his head as a grown-ass man. 40-something years old with mohawks in your head. So what you talking about is how this boy dressed into it. Just, I don't know. But anyway, I feel like it's hypocritical. He would never say these things about Michael Vick. He would love Mike. He loved Mike. He would never call Mike no glorified running back. And Mike he didn't have the same success that Cam did. Even though we look at him as an icon culturally and sports-wise, he was dynamic. He was electric. He was fun to watch. He was brilliant, right? But he didn't go to no Super Bowl, win no MVP. He wasn't throwing for the yards Cam was throwing for, while also being a dual quarterback. Because while Cam was throwing for 4,000-something yards, he also was rushing for 700 yards, 630 yards. You know what I mean? He also was rushing for 10 touchdowns. And first season, he threw for 21 touchdowns and rushed for 14. Threw for 4,000 yards and rushed for 706. Second season, threw for 3,800 yards and rushed for 741. Had 19 passing touchdowns the second season, as well as 8 rushing touchdowns. You know what I mean? So I don't come on, bro. Come on. Dude, Cam finished his career 32,000 passing yards with 5,000 rushing yards. 5,628 rushing yards. 75 rushing touchdowns and 194 passing touchdowns. Come on, man. There's not no glorified running back shit. Cut it out. Warren just want to be an asshole because he don't like Cam. But again, Cam better than me. I don't care if you legends of the game. I know sometimes you don't want to go at black men. for the sake of not seeing us into it with each other and having us looking like Bruce in the media. But there ain't no way you're going to be talking about me like that. And I ain't hitting back. I'm sorry. Can't do it. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.